Hi, welcome to another episode of Dominion University Studios podcast. I am your host, Elom Komla Fiadu, and today I have with me Sir Sam as my guest. And today our topic of discussion is empowering education, the role of counseling in student success. Sir Sam,
Yes, sir.
on this topic, what's your thoughts on it? What do you think are the role counseling plays in student success?
Ideally, counseling plays a lot of roles in the life of the student because counseling has a way of, configuring and helping the mind of the student to better understand what is at play. It's a new terrain, so counseling helps you to better understand and manage the entire process. So counseling does go a long way in helping people to achieve academic success.
Okay. And in talking about students here, should we relate this topic to a particular age range? Let's say from childhood, let's say from, primary or nursery to primary school or primary school to JHS or between the gap of nursery to SHS? Are they the only people who need counseling or tertiary students as well need counseling?
Well, as far as counseling is concerned, really anybody who is of a decision-making age needs counseling because that is where truly things begin to affect you for you to make decisions. She gets the thing.
Okay.
And at any age that you can become self-aware that you are making decisions, you should, if need be, engage in some counseling services, and it will go a long way. I mean, we cannot really say if it is nursery or primary. Some people are in nursery, but they are not so matured. Some people are in the primaries, they are not so mature. Some people are even in the JHS, they are not so mature.
Sure.
She gets the thing. But the moment where you can make decisions for yourself, you need counseling. Truly, you need counseling.
Okay. So from Sir Sam, counseling is not for a particular group of people, but the moment you can make decisions, counseling is needed at all levels. And on that note, looking at psychology, looking at counseling,
Okay.
I'm talking from a layman's perspective. Oh, I don't need counseling, I need a psychologist.
Okay.
What do you have to say to that lame person? What do you have to say? Is counseling having a link with psychology?
Oh, most definitely. Counseling.
Or one is above the other, one is below? Can you make it a bit clear for us?
Okay, so it really
Take it like I'm an illiterate and I'm talking from my belly, not from my head.
Okay, yes, sir. Ideally, the human being, right, no matter how you explain it, plays with his mind. I mean, you use your mind to make decisions, to go about your life experience, and so that is where psychology comes to play. Psychology is understanding the mind and its interactions with the world, and counseling, tends to use psychology in helping you. And so I cannot put one above the other, but I mean I can put them beside each other, right? Because counseling depends on psychology, and psychology also needs counseling techniques.
Okay. So on that note, we can say that psychology is one of the fields. Counseling is one of the fields
Of psychology.
of psychology.
Well, potato.
I love this. Okay. On this note, I was able to gather some few questions
Okay.
from anonymous persons,
Okay.
and they are basically 7.
Okay.
And we would like to do quick justice to it.
Okay.
The knowledge I have on it, I will share. The knowledge you have on it, you share. But since you are in the field, I think you'll be doing more of the answering.
Okay.
So our first question is, how does counseling help students how does counseling help students' mental health, and why is it important for doing well in school?
Interesting. Okay.
We are talking mental health is the underlying word
Okay.
here. How does counseling help students' mental health?
Okay, so let's take it one at a time, right? So the first one.
How does counseling help students' mental health?
All right, so let's first of all define mental health. Mental health has to do with three areas, right? Your emotions, your psychological makeup, and your social well-being. How well you're able to deal with human beings or your physical environment. And so, as far as your emotions are concerned, happy, sad, your psychological state, we are talking about your self-esteem, your self-awareness, your choices. And then talk about your social well-being, how are you able to relate with your environment, right? So the question again.
The second question on the same number one.
The first one.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's divided into two.
No, read the first question
Okay.
again.
How does counseling help students? How does counseling help students' mental health, and why is it important for doing well in school? And we've explained.
I've explained mental health.
Mental health.
So, with someone who is with a counselor who understands all of these three makeup of a person, the counselor can use the various techniques available to him or her to help the individual better understand his current situation.
Okay.
Because I mean, you don't go to the doctor unless you are sick. So when you come to the counselor is going to assess the situation and then give you a tailored answer in one of these three areas, or better still, couch all three together and then promote a technique, or promote an action for you to go and do to help you. Yes. And the importance of this is that, truth be told, not everybody understands what is happening to them internally and externally, right? You wake up one morning, this is happening to you, that is happening to you. People are not able to put everything together and handle it. You understand? There are several cases of people having to go to court and they ask them, why did you do it? They say, I don't know what came over me. Right? And so, truth be told, not everybody can handle what is happening to them. So sometimes you need to see a counselor so that they can help you bring balance to what is happening to you. They may not necessarily take the problems away, but they can give you a north star to follow to come out of the darkness.
And how is it important for doing well in school to the students?
Oh, I mean, if you are heavily laden with, say, emotional challenges like this, maybe your boyfriend broke up with you, or that.
How is counseling important for him to perform well in his academics?
One of the reasons why counseling is important is because the human mind is naturally drawn to negativity.
Exactly.
I tell you, if I put you here and I give you a good news and I give you a bad news, in whatever order I give you these two information, your mind will dwell on the negative more than the positive.
So on this note, you are saying that the mind retains
it retains a lot of negative
news than positive news.
Yes.
Is it the reason why people, take revenge because they feel the impact of negativity of what happened?
See, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are to someone. In the day you do bad to them,
the good is gone.
It's gone, because naturally the mind is geared towards negativity than positivity.
Okay.
Right. So counseling helps the individual to bring balance to the negative emotions.
So on the aspect of the students I'm talking about, being affected academically because of the emotional or mental disorder he's facing currently due to broken heart.
Yeah. That mental disorder is a strong word, but okay.
We are going to say that the benefits of counseling to that person is the person being able to overcome the
to
problem,
some extent.
To some extent.
Because we can't take away that the girlfriend left you, right? We can't take that away. But we are going to help you manage your emotion and probably gain more self-awareness so that you can overcome the situation and you can get better. The idea in negative situations like this, the counselor's roadmap is to get you away from the negative situation right? Because your mind is, first of all, going to make it look more bad than it really is.
Okay.
Do you get it? That's how come I don't understand suicide to date. Because truly, what happens is that the mind makes the situation look so dire that there is no hope. But sometimes, and most often, that is not always the truth. So we are going to help you. Counseling helps you to come out of that complex hydrocarbon of negative emotions and bring you on a neutral path or a positive path where you can make proper decisions in subsequent time.
So viewers, from our guest says counseling in helping students to be successful in their academics is by helping you come out of that darkness into light in order to achieve your academic success. So that's the importance counseling plays in the lives of the students. So as the second question, what problems do students often face and how can counseling help solve them?
Okay, basically, I mean, two on the top of my head is academic pressure.
Academic pressure. Yes. Okay, there's number one problem.
Yeah.
Can you give us the second one?
Oh, family problems.
Family problems.
Family problems.
So some problems students face is that will cause them to need a counselor. It's one. There are more, but at the moment you can give only two, and you can identify the rest. And you should know the reason why you need a counselor from today. So one is academic problems, and two is family problems. Can you please elaborate it?
Right. So sometimes with academic pressure, you find students in schools that maybe they didn't want to be there.
Okay.
And so because they don't like the school in the first place, whatever is happening in the school, they become nonchalant about it. You get the thing? Because they don't already like the school, and the school keeps wanting them to do more, and that pressure mounts up on them, and they're not able to do better because I don't already like to be here, and forcing me to learn becomes so much on the child that the individual cannot even concentrate.
So can we say the environment influences the child?
Definitely.
Because first and foremost, he or she doesn't like the school.
Yeah, if you don't like
the school. And because of that, he or she refuses to engage with academic activities, which later on will mount pressure on him because there's going to be tests, there's going to be examinations, and you have to deliver. Your family will be looking up to you.
Yeah, of course. You pay school fees. You have to pay.
You are paying fees. You have to meet up that fees you are paying.
Definitely.
So all of that will mount pressure.
Yeah, all of that will mount pressure on you, and it can become so complex. I mean, in the long run.
So, in the aspect of academic pressure being a problem of students, how does counseling come in to solve this peculiar problem?
I mean, that is just one point.
Will the counselor say, oh, you don't like the school and because of that you are not performing, leave the school? Is that an option?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, if there are other positive options, we will ask you to explore them. Because, I mean, you can't force a fish to climb a tree, no matter how you try. You can't. And you can't tell a monkey to swim. Sometimes if you find your place in a place, if you find yourself, in a place you don't like, I mean, like I said, we'll explore the options. If we cannot get you to leave here and this is what you are stuck with, we can explore areas of, mental conditioning where we let you understand that you can turn the desert into a fruitful field. I mean, you can turn the wilderness. Look at Dubai. It was a desert, but a man sat down and said, no, I'm going to make something come out of this. And today, Dubai has the tallest, the fastest, just name it. So truly, we can just talk to you through talking, and then the various techniques available. We can condition your mind to accepting your fate and then making the best out of it. I mean, lemonade is made out of lemon, so it's not impossible.
Thank you very much. So what you are trying to say is that, yes, the student doesn't like the place, all right?
Yes.
But then you can condition the mind of the students in order for them to see the positive aspects.
Yeah, if they are willing.
Or the opportunities available in that particular situation for them to become better people.
Definitely.
So when all this is exhausted with other alternative solutions, can you say that if the child is still not performing, then we would have to change the school of the student?
If it's an option that can be explored.
That's when everything has been
Oh
exhausted.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
So that one would be the last option to move the student
No,
from.
it depends on what is available for that individual child. If that is option number one and it doesn't work, we can explore. I mean, like you're saying, if you have explored everything and that is what is left, I mean, sure, why not? Just change your school and then go and perform better in the right environment. But regardless of where you find yourself, you can make lemons out of lemons. You can make lemonade out of lemons. I mean, if you put your mind to it, Rome was not built in a day. If you put your mind to it, you can make something out of it.
The bar lets people, we know you are watching, okay? The Queen's language, we are all learning, pleading. Thank you very much. And also, talking about the problems from home.
Yeah.
Can you highlight some of these problems?
Oh, certainly.
And the counselor's solution he or she will recommend, or how he or she will tackle such problems.
Okay. Family problems, we can talk about financial. We can talk about abuse at home.
Okay.
We can talk about the lack of respect at home, the lack of, there's no love at home, and so.
I love this particular one, the financial problem.
Yeah.
It really puts a lot of stress on students.
Oh, definitely.
So far as you are going to school.
Definitely.
Because you come to school.
Yeah.
Let's say you are that kind of student who is an extrovert. Mm-hmm. There are introverts who don't really mind. There are students who don't really mind about certain things. But this kind of extrovert person, I want to explore. We are going here today. We are doing this today.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, yeah.
You need money to do it. Yeah, we don't pluck it from trees. We work for it. And that money is not in the house for you.
That's true.
So you feel, start feeling pressured.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You will. You will.
What solution is there for that person?
Okay, so for a child who is battling with family issues and then
it's finances
are the problem, really, everybody's, some of these options that are available are individualistic, right?
Okay.
What may work for you may not necessarily work for the person.
So it's subjective.
Yes, it is a subjective experience. So if you are struggling financially at home and then you are a student, I would recommend that, try and find something to do for yourself. It's not a complex thing.
In that aspect, the person is, what's it called? A minor. The person cannot work.
Yeah, if you cannot work, believe that other family members will, come to your aid. Just don't sit at one place. When that is the issue, go and look for help. Apply for scholarships. Talk to your mates who are willing to help. Talk to somebody, really. Talk to somebody. And so when you come to counseling like this, we will explore the options that are available for you to get help. That's
and
the
how
first
about
thing.
that person talking to the parents? Okay, I need this. We are not having.
Yes.
You get it? At times, parents, I'll talk from experience. Parents feel like your students, all you need is books.
Mm-hmm.
You only need the books. Focus on it. But at times, if the child is an extrovert, as I stated earlier,
yeah, they want to chill.
The child wants to chill, wants to go out with friends. And let's say the person is within the age range of 10 years to 15, because 8 years there, you'll be in the house, you can't go anywhere. Yeah. But 10 years, okay, you see class 5, I want to that's at least the age limit, class 5, 10 years. That the person wants to go out.
Class 5, financial problems. Go and sit at home.
Oh no. I've been there before. I've been there before. I won't lie to you. Where you are seeing your friends.
Oh, go and sit at home.
You know our day.
You don't have problem.
Our day.
Class 5?
Oh, trust me.
Oh, class 5, you don't have problem.
Counselor, I said class 5. You see your friends going out. Chilling, let's say vacation day.
Relax.
I've seen a guy bring Chicken Republic, full chicken.
Listen.
To just chill in school.
Relax. People are the source of their own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Live within your means. Somebody brings chicken from Chicken Republic, you don't have what it takes to get chicken from chicken. Mm-hmm. Cook it at home or don't bring it. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Mangoes cannot be forced to produce apples. Mango trees cannot be forced to produce apples. We all have to maintain our unique self. You don't have it. You don't have it.
You don't have it, all right. So as a counselor, you're going to tell the child you don't have it.
Give me a moment. No, that is not what I'll say. My first point of order will be live within your means. Right? If it is in a case where the necessities are being provided for, and then you want other things that can be considered as luxury, and then you're not getting that. You are not stressed. You are just trying to reach beyond yourself. But if your necessities are being provided for, live within your means. I mean, just learn to live within your means. Don't overreach, or else you are going to put your expectation. It's going to constantly put pressure on you, and you are going to be your own doing. You get the thing. If it's financial problems, we will highlight the issues that are available, the options that are available, and one thing we will not let go is live within your means. It's as simple as that. Mango trees should not be expected to produce apples. It's as simple as that. You can't afford it. Don't afford it. I mean,
so
don't stress yourself.
Your advice to such students is to live within their means.
If you're a student and you're struggling financially, live within your means. If your necessities are being provided for you and you don't have the excess, you don't have the surplus, live within your means and make it work. That's the idea. Make whatever you have work.
Then the education should be on peer pressure.
Pardon?
Should it be on peer pressure or I'm deviating?
Education.
Yeah. As in when you are handling such students, should it be okay? He
Oh, yeah.
or she shouldn't be pressured by
Exactly.
what?
Exactly.
And rather, he or
Exactly.
she should rather focus on
Exactly.
building him
Exactly.
or herself
Exactly.
in order to attain
Exactly.
the luxury he or she wants
Exactly.
to.
Exactly. I don't have my self-worth from outside. I love me for me. I accept me for me. You see, one wise man said, I'm not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am.
Okay.
But rather, I am what I think you think I am.
I'm lost. Can you please explain it too?
So the wise man said, I am not what I think I am. Neither am I what you think I am. But I am what you think. I'm what I think you think I am. That is to say that I am living in the shadows. I'm living in my shadows that you have about me. Your perspective about me that I think are with you is what I'm living about. Did you get what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that I don't know what you think about me.
Yes.
Right? But what I think you think about me is what I live by.
Okay.
Or most people live by. So in essence, I mean, you can be thinking the best about me, but I can be sitting here thinking that you're thinking something else about
Negative.
me. And that is what people tend to live by.
Okay,
And so,
I get it
yes.
now.
So the idea.
So that's where all the pressure and things have been coming from.
Yes. See, sometimes you can be
It's true.
You can be working
Because-
with people and then you might be thinking that they want you to prove yourself, but half of them.
Don't even think about that. They don't even care about you.
But you realize what is happening is that it is what you think they are thinking about you. That is what is.
Causing you to react in a certain way.
Half of the time, people don't. They care less about how you perceive what is happening. They don't want you to show off and show up. No. Just be yourself. Most of the
Like
time.
someone told me some time ago, do you think my mind revolves around you?
Ouch.
Share. That means the other important things the person is thinking about.
Definitely.
So most of our life mistakes we make by doing certain things, it's not actually
No, you're just
reality.
mounting unnecessary
It is
pressure
us.
on you. Exactly. That's why I said that the mind, is geared towards negativity. Anything
Interesting.
that is negative, the mind will keep latching onto it. Always.
Interesting.
Oh.
So at this point, we've gotten the problems students normally face, and we've gotten solutions to what? Solving them. One is family problem, two is academic pressure. Okay, so our next question.
Okay.
What counseling methods work well for students?
Okay. So there are different kinds of methods that can be employed, right, for students. But I usually like to use two methods. The first one I will use is probing into your past experiences.
So your historical background.
Yes, your historical background. I mean, what have you been exposed to that has brought you to make the decisions you are currently making, right? Because charity begins at home, and family and friends and your social environment will contribute to what you will become eventually. Right? So sometimes I tell people that if you don't live your life properly, your parents will become your future. That is to say that whatever character traits is found in them will be exactly what you will start exhibiting.
Okay.
And your peculiarity will be lost along the line. So yes, we look at some of these things and then we see how it is contributing
So
to
in
you
making
now.
a student, in terms of the methods that work well for students,
Yeah.
we will look counseling methods that work well for students. We are going to look at their historical background in
Yeah,
order to
past experience.
recommend.
Yes. In order to recommend an approach, you get the thing. For instance, if somebody has had a case where they've had bad cases of male relationships, you get the thing, and that has become the reason why they are unable to have stable relationships currently. I mean, with their husbands, their beloveds, their boyfriends. You have to go back and find out what did somebody do to them before that is causing them to maybe not like the male figure currently. So you probe into that direction and you find out what happened, and then you let them understand that you cannot, allow someone to suffer for the injury that was caused to you by another. You get the thing. So we look at some of these approaches and then we find better solutions as suited for the individual. The other one is when we do the humanistic approach. The humanistic approach basically is we don't probe into the bad experiences or whatever. We just look at how we can get you to react better to the situations that you are currently experiencing. So we deal with self-esteem, we deal with self-respect, we deal with self-love, all of these things that can motivate the individual into becoming a better person. That is more about the humanistic approach.
Okay. So looking at what you've just said, some methods you are suggesting indirectly is listening attentively to the students in order to get a historical journey that led to his or her current state.
Yes.
So one of the methods you will recommend is active listening to the students.
The idea is that have you ever been talking to someone then they said you don't understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
I find out that the truth of the matter is that it is not that you don't understand, it is that they are not communicating properly. Because it is you, the one who is speaking to me. It is your duty to ensure that I understand your communication. If I don't understand, it is not a lack on my part, it is a lack on your part. So sometimes to better understand them, you have to attentively listen. Listen to what they are saying, what they are not saying, what they should have said. It's an entire process. I mean, there's a way you can listen to somebody and you know what they should have said and know what they didn't say from everything that they have said. And so it's a unique process that you need to learn and then be brought into. So yes, active listening.
Active listening and also suggesting a solution to the problem.
Yes. You have to become sympathetic to be able to suggest solutions.
Okay. So with that withstanding, helping the students identify their problems through the historical journey they take you through, which involves active listening, which is a method of counseling. Then you just look at the solution focused.
Yes, the solution focused aspect,
which you mentioned.
Yes.
So you're giving us two methods right now.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much. We move on to our final question.
Yes, sir.
So in our final question, it says, the question is, how can school make counseling services available to all students regardless of their background?
Interesting.
At this point, the question is making it look like counseling is a luxury. It's only a particular group of people that can afford it, sidelining other groups. What is your take on it or your answer to that question?
Okay, so emphasis on different backgrounds, right? But before we come to, let me just address it so that I don't forget. Now, with people with different backgrounds, let's make it friendly. We can consider language. Language can become a barrier.
Exactly.
If you only have English-speaking counselors in a bilingual community, you're not going to have the French people or people of other languages.
Not intentionally, but because there is no
they can't communicate
structure to assist.
So we can have multilingual counselors. who will be properly positioned to deal with students of all caliber. And then I think like what you said, to some extent, you can employ online counseling where you have counselors on standby and we must engage where the person engage.
with people. And I think some of these offices should be created. It's funny that sometimes some people claim that they have counselors, but there's no office for the counselor.
But let me chip in this.
Sure.
I am looking at the direction of counseling being luxury in the aspect of finance. Remember, everybody is not the same. No, all the figures are not equal. Some people really need the help, but then because of money.
But I think in most school institutions, counseling is free. The counselors are provided for free. And so the financial construct does not really apply to school institutions. Probably maybe even some companies, some good companies have counselors that you can actually go and then talk to them on the company's account. So if it's about the school institution, really financial constraints, yes, it should be part of the school's portfolio and the things that they provide. Some of these things, they are not, financial constraint is not a big issue when it comes to the school setting, some school settings. I don't know, I think it would be weird for a school to charge me to go and see their counselor they are provided. Well, but
Has there not been any case whereby, should I say, bribery and corruption, whereby the counselor feels like, okay, the school is not paying me enough, maybe I should frustrate them a bit for them to reach out to me?
No. I mean, counselors have etiquette. I mean, a very good counselor should have etiquette. So when you go there, some of these ethics will not push you to even go to the place where you stoop so low to bribery and corruption. I mean,
thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
And I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you for honoring us.
You're welcome
to be here. And thank you so much for the education. I've learned so much, and I believe my viewers too have learned a thing or two, something they've been, questioning themselves for long. And I mentioned, I love the fact that you mentioned language being a barrier.
Yeah. But let me say something, right? As an individual, no matter what you do in this life, don't put pressure on yourself. Because the reason why people have a lot of mental health issues is because they are allowing themselves to be pressured. You can't control the external variables, but the ones that you can control, please do well and control them. I was sharing with my brother earlier that for me, I don't like what I don't have. If I can't have it, I can't have it. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to struggle for it when I know it is beyond my reach or I can't have it at this stage. Allow yourself go through the growth process and enjoy the journey. It's not really about the destination. Just enjoy the journey, and it is going to help us all. Don't allow anything or anyone put unnecessary pressure on you. Enjoy you, and please always choose peace.
That shouldn't prevent them from working towards achieving that thing too.
Oh, of course. If you want to go and get it, go and get it. But
don't put yourself under pressure.
Yes, and don't go and get it for the wrong reasons. That is my point. Don't go. It's funny, but it's true. Don't let it be a must-have for the wrong reasons, or else unnecessary pressure will build up.
That means it should be a need. Thank you for joining us on this episode. We hope you enjoyed this session, and we promise to engage you with intriguing content in our next episodes. We apologize for the background noise. It's a technical problem we're facing. And to remind you, EC has open nominations for all positions, President, Vice, SRC, General Secretary, and all. Please contact them and apply if you have the competence to lead the school. You can be the next president. We believe in you, and we hope you also believe in yourself to grab this opportunity. Thank you and enjoy your day. Bye.